My name is Kimmy. The purpose of this channel is to help prepare people to love well and avoid abuse. We're building an interactive community to raise our collective voices for healthy love and relationship in the modern culture. Today we're going to talk about why we're starting a WorththeWar community here on YouTube. We have one that's been successful and very interactive on Instagram and on Twitter, and a smaller one on Facebook. So why bring it to YouTube? The answer is simple. YouTube allows us to go deeper into each subject that we're looking at and to be able to still have an interactive forum where we can share ideas and we can figure out the best way to get this to the hands of the people who actually need it. Today, I just want to share with you my story and the hopes that our community can have an impact. My story begins that I'm a mom of 4 and I've been married for 30 years to the love of my life. I've been blessed to raise 4 amazing humans. But if you think that this channel is about someone who thinks they did it all right and wants you to be able to do what I did and replicate it, you are going to be really disappointed. This message comes out of the things that I should have done better, that I could have done better if I had just known the kind of culture that I was working with. And if I had just maybe spent a little bit more time thinking about what it was I was sending my children out into. I thought I was doing everything right. I had them read books, we talked about things, we watched TV shows and talked about them. I remember watching kids shows and having long conversations about first kisses and how we look at sex and different ways that people look at relationships and breakups. I literally had our kids sign things after we would have them read things so that I would know that they were prepared to date and to be fair and kind to other people when they were dating, that they would not leave wreckage along the way. But in all honesty, I did all that and more, and abuse still found us. Abuse still found my home and my family. It was destructive to all of us. I learned hard lessons that you can think you do everything right, that you've covered all your bases, and still find yourself face planting on the ground wondering what hit you, that there are things that are going on in the modern love and dating and relationship culture that will take your breath away when it comes to the severity with which they are hurting hearts today. Once you've scooped up somebody you love from the ground and wonder if they'll ever be whole again, if they'll ever even want to try to love someone else, and you start to understand that it's because they suffered under the hands of someone they were supposed to be able to trust and to love, it's a huge life lesson. And out of that life lesson came WorththeWar. Enduring that as an individual, as a family, as a circle of friends is something that I would want nobody else to ever have to endure. And yet it happens every day and in large numbers across the globe. Major cultural changes happen when a small group of determined people get their message out and offer a better way of looking at things. So how can you be a part of WorththeWar? There's lots of ways that you can. One of them is you can go over to worththewar.com. You can follow what we're doing in the blog, and you can leave comments on those articles and give us ideas of other different topics that we can get into and different viewpoints. You can also go to our Twitter community where there are people who are constantly giving me new ideas of things that we can do on YouTube. And our Instagram community has a lot of people who are healing from abusive situations. So there are lots of ways for you to join, and I guarantee there are going to be more in the future. If you're really interested in the formation of the ideas, feel free to pop over to Facebook. There's a WorththeWar for Parents where we're talking about specific ways and strategies that we can reach people and help them raise kids that are prepared for the culture at large. I hope that this gives you some suggestions that you can actually jump in and be a part of this. This is not a me thing, it's a we thing, and I would love to have you come along. And just generally, thank you for being here. I know there's a lot of other voices that are competing for your attention, for your clicks, for your subscriptions, and it means a lot that you would be here.